What's going on, Capricorn? How are you doing? Hope you're doing super well. This is the Autistic Mystic, and this is going to be your reading to close out 2023 for the rest of the year. And you could think of this reading as just like a year in review. All right, so in this reading, Capricorn, we're going to take a look at your overall general energy, some things you do not see coming, and also get some advice from your angels and spirit guides for you to close out the year. But before we begin this reading, as always, I do want to take a moment to let you know that you are very welcome here, Capricorn, in this space with me as we go through this reading. And I really do appreciate you in advance for taking the time to check this reading out. Now, if this general reading happens to resonate with you, Capricorn, definitely smash that like button. Subscribe down below if you have not already for future updates. I would also really appreciate that over here. But without further ado, I'm going to pull the energy for you, and we'll see what is coming your way. Some messages to close out 2023 for you, Capricorn. As always, I would like to thank the angels, the interdimensional beings, and the spirit guides who are overseeing this act of divination for the sign of Capricorn. Go ahead and see what we got going on for you, Capricorn. All right, Capricorn, really interesting energy that you got going on here. There's definitely, in what you don't see coming, a big choice in your commitment that's going to shift your destiny timeline. I do feel just like called to show you this right off the bat, is that in what you don't see coming, you have the Hierophant, which is to do with commitment, usually traditional commitment. The Wheel of Fortune is your destiny or a major opportunity, and the Two of Wands is a big choice, like a fork in the road, as you see. So there's a big decision that's going to shift your timeline. So if you get the rest of the year right, I think you're going to get the rest of your life right, if that makes sense. So it's definitely a time to be very vigilant and to make sure you're not led down the wrong path. Okay, so typically, like, trust your no, because here's the thing. In your opportunity, you have the Seven of Wands, which is to put up a boundary. And I do feel like some of you may be baited into a very fancy new opportunity that's going to take you away from something that still needs to be worked on or hashed out. For a lot of you, this can be a relationship. There could be a career opportunity that you want to jump at that it's going to really interfere with this divine union, because some of you are definitely in divine union if you're with someone. But if you're single out there, Capricorn, there also could be, I feel like, a quick, rash decision that really throws off your timeline. So be careful of making any sort of like thing that you don't think through deeply. All right, so before we get into the tarot, let's go ahead and start this reading off with some pre-shuffled oracle cards, and these oracle cards contain the energy that you need more of, that Spirit wants you to focus on for the rest of the year. You have Aries energy, you have the third house of communication and interaction, and you also have the eighth house of transformation, mystery, death, sexuality, taxes, and shared business resources. So with this energy here, Capricorn, I definitely feel like there's a need for some sort of aggressive networking, if that makes any sense. There is a message here of like, show me your friends and I'll show you your future. There could be an aggressive boundary that you need to put up when it comes to a certain group that you're involved in, or when it comes to a certain relationship, whether it's work or whatever. I do feel like this is some sort of aggressive networking. Don't be afraid of your no. Don't be afraid of your ability to set a boundary, Capricorn. With something to do with, someone kind of coming in. I'm just getting like snake oil vibes. Like, hey, here's the big secret to increase your revenue. Here's the big secret to like quit your job. Here's the big thing you should do to not be in committed partnership. I feel like there's something you're already committed to that you almost have to like aggressively defend for some of you. Okay, now for a lot of you, this does have to do with passionate communication as well, and initiating some sort of conversation perhaps, because the third house has to do with the way you communicate, interacting, networking, and Aries is aggressive, passionate energy. So that is something to think about here for sure. You also have the 8th house, and whenever you see Aries combined with a Scorpio energy of the 8th house, there could be a lot of sexual themes coming up for you to close the year. Perhaps looking at your sexuality and how it served you or not served you over this last year. Okay, I definitely think that. Now, there also may be really a big interest in spiritual communication, right? The 3rd house of communication, networking, thoughts, ideas, and the 8th house of the hidden occult. There may be a deep, spirit wants you to be interested in the occult, okay? And really the place that you take action from. Because the truth is, in this reality, is that you can either be a sledgehammer or you can be a pinpointed laser, right? And with the Aries energies, the tendency is to just kind of be all over the place. But I feel like this is you refining your communication, okay, in some sort of way. So yeah, let's go ahead and now get into the tarot. Like I showed you, your opportunity is the 7 of Wands, perhaps putting up a boundary of some sort. We're going to see why. Your challenge is the High Priestess. So I feel like for some of you, it's hard to listen to your intuition at this time because there may be a big pending choice. There may be real-time consequences for you putting up a boundary, and your intuition is screaming at you at this time. So definitely, if there's anyone trying to mess with the potential of something that you have rooted, in the physical world, I would be very vigilant of that. And it may come to you through your intuition. The challenge into your intuition, for some of you, I said clouded intuition. For others of you, though, and I honestly feel probably for more of you, is to listen to your intuition in order to put up a boundary, even when, the numbers make sense. Okay, this is going to help my business. Okay, this is going to help me and my, going to this therapist is really going to help me and my partner. Meanwhile, it's going to be like the recipe for disaster, something like that, I feel. Because in your advice, Capricorn, you have the 7 of Swords, the Magician, and also the Queen of Pentacles here. Okay, so there's definitely something about looking at sketchiness, when it comes to the physical world and the potential of something. So I feel like there's something you do need to protect here, Capricorn, is what I feel intuitively. When it comes to your overall general energy, you have the 8 of Wands, the 2 of Pentacles, and the Knight of Swords. So something's definitely up in the air. I can tell you that right now. The 8 of Wands is about communication, openness, speed. Things are really moving. It's almost like you're seeing leaves falling from a tree. They're just all over. And it's interesting that you would need, the energy you need more of is communication. And so there's something that needs to be hashed out here quickly. You need to sort through a problem that's up in the air. You need to ground it. And in what you don't see coming here, Capricorn, there is something about you need to make a decision that may have real-time, long-term consequences. Whatever path, whatever lifeline you choose, whether this is to do with commitment and career or your relationship or whatever's coming up for you at this time to close out the year, I feel like there's a very tough decision. It's really going to shift your timeline. And for many of you, the best opportunity is to actually say no. The best opportunity is to wait. There's always potential for this to act on this later. The intuitive message that I get is you have something that you want to consolidate, you want to protect. There's a quote coming to my mind There's a quote coming to my mind, Capricorn, that it's when you find a well, that when you strike gold, double down on that gold mine. You don't have to go searching for different avenues of gold. There's something that you're sitting on treasure, that there's a new opportunity that really could mess that up, is literally what I'm getting. But it's not going to feel good to you to say no. It's not going to feel good to you to put up this boundary, because you're going to feel like maybe there's a missed opportunity. But in the end, if you go against your intuition, I think it's going to harm you more. So I don't know, Capricorn, let's go ahead and start clarifying this energy and see what's going on. Let's clarify the High Priestess in your challenge. Things are definitely up in the air. Why is the High Priestess your challenge? Some of you could be blinded by the lure, the magnet, like there's something pulling you in like a magnet, like you're almost like losing touch with your boundaries. There could be something very seductive, lucrative opportunity coming in, but I think you might easily be conned, honestly. I don't know why I just get that, but I do. But why is the High Priestess here? And there may be, for some of you, I'm sorry that I'm going on, but those of you dealing with a partnership, or even if just like your thoughts are on partnership in general, there's some sort of thing about a career opportunity that could really piss off the other partner. Like if you're in a committed thing, someone that you're with, you just know that them making this choice, maybe it's good for them, it's going to ruin the relationship, and vice versa. So it's a very like bitter taste in your mouth when it comes to having to choose between like a destined relationship and a destined career path. Like that could be kind of like pulling on you, Yeah. All right, why is the High Priestess here? Yes, the High Priestess is clarified by the Four of Cups and also the King of Pentacles here. So your challenge is to listen to your intuition, to once again not take the bait, probably to do with something financial or physical, whether this is, a new business opportunity, or for some of you that are single as well, maybe right now this is not the time to enter into partnership. But if you're already in something great, then I think this is about keeping it and not going, not putting an overemphasis on your career in 2024. I don't know why I get that, or even just like right now, maybe not the whole year. We got to wait for the yearly reading for that, right? But definitely don't take the bait. Is like the whole point of this reading, whatever it may be. You could also, for some of you that are in a partnership or that are single and you just want partnership, but you have these crazy aspirations, the challenge for you is also you just have this intuition about the future in general that your career is going to inevitably get in the way of your love life. And you could really be craving partnership, needing partnership, really needing to smooth out your partnership, or just wanting a new start. But you almost may just have this intuition that may thwart there's something thwarting your potential, scheming your potential, and it may just be kind of what I'm talking about relationship-wise. So, I don't know. Let's clarify why the opportunity is this. Why the opportunity is the Seven of Wands. Strength. Yeah, some of you are really stuck. Like the first thing that I actually thought, hold on. Yeah, the first thing that came to my awareness from this reading is like, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. That is the thing here, because I think a lot of this is to do with your values, Capricorn, your values here. Because intuitively, like this is the number 2. It could have to do with the second house, which is an earthy house in astrology. There's something to do with your values, or like if you choose love, you're screwed. If you choose career, you're screwed, because one of them's going to get burned. And some of you, you're not going to get burned, but it's going to be a challenge for you to overcome this split. But it's interesting. I mean, the Seven of Wands is clarified by the Knight of Cups, the Two of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, and also Three of Pentacles here. Okay, so yeah, for a lot of you, I feel like this is for 2 different Capricorns. For some of you, it may be all intertwined. Clearly a boundary in business and also love, right? On one end of the spectrum, you have this to do with career, teamwork, legacy, being gratitude, being grateful for something. I feel like you really need to put up a boundary here in your career, okay, with something. But for others of you, this is definitely to do with love, the Knight of Cups and the Two of Cups here. So there's once again this split here. There's this split. So for some of you, I don't know, Capricorn, like it's like almost like you have to put up a boundary with something that you don't want to, though. And that's what I sensed. It was like a lucrative opportunity that you're going to feel like you missed it. But I don't think you're going to miss it. It's so weird. I don't know. All right. Let's go ahead and clarify why the Two of Pentacles is your in your overall general energy. Two of Pentacles is clarified by the Page of Wands here. So I feel like you have two different exciting pathways in front of you, right? Like the great thing about this reading is that you do have a lot of options, right? Two of Pentacles, Two of Wands choices, and they're all fun. They're all going to expand you, Capricorn. But I feel like the problem with this reading is that if you're being honest with yourself, only one of these paths is really going to expand you. And I feel like for some of you that try to have your finger in every pie, career, love, mother-in-law, yoga, Pilates, blah, 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 like this, mastery of that, you end up having your finger in no pie. He who is everywhere is nowhere. He who is a friend to all is not a friend to anyone. He who tries to be everywhere at once is nowhere. And I feel like there is a danger for you here, Capricorn, moving into the year and this year in review and what's happening right now, of there's a real danger of you trying to just do it all. And that's usually not, it's like master one thing at a time before you try to scatter yourself and spread yourself too thin. That's what I would say. That's the whole message is coming back about if you find a gold mine, make sure it's consolidated, make sure you got machines in there, automated, getting the gold. You need to work with what you have. What you don't have, you don't need it now. You know. But it still feels shitty. Alright, Capricorn. So let's just keep going. Let's clarify why this is here. Like, what's the split in the road? Because obviously there's something very special going on. Like, whatever you do commit your energy to, it's going to be very aligned with your destiny moving into 2024. But why is this here? I mean, there may be something here that like you're destined to have both of these things, but just not in the timing that you want it. Is like almost like your timing is off. Like a lot of you want the marriage, a lot of you want to heal this relationship and also kill it in this area. And it's like you're going to eventually have all those things, but one foot in front, one thing leads to another. And I feel like some of you are trying to have your finger in every pie and you're going to have your finger in no pie. I want a salamander pie, watermelon pie, grapefruit pie. Okay, sorry. Let's go ahead. Who remembers that prank call video? Probably 10% of you or less. All right. Hi, you got pies? What kind of pies do you recommend? I'm sorry. Someone's cat just screamed. All right. Let's go ahead and clarify the Two of Wands. What is this timeline splitting? Two of Wands. I feel like it's just that one. Oh. The Two of Wands here, and what you don't see coming is clarified for the Judgment card and the Three of Swords here. So this is a heartbreaker. This is a heartbreaking choice that needs to be made because it's up in the air and you're not going to feel settled until this decision is made here, Capricorn. There may be a judgment that you may need to break someone's heart here, especially when it comes to putting up a boundary in career. You may have to like let someone go. I don't know. But for others of you in love, this is like you're either going to like feel pain because you're not going to become the Mike Jordan of whatever you do. You're not going to become the Michael Jordan of whatever you do because of your other finger in every pie and every relationship issues. Or you're going to become the Michael Jordan and basically your love life is going to suffer and you have some sort of painful heartbreak situation. Now, some of you will think I'm a joke. Some of you will be sitting here and saying, you know what, look at this guy. He thinks I can't handle everything. He thinks I can't handle a relationship and my greatest aspirations in my career. No, I bet you can handle it, you little neutral puff cake who's not great at anything. I just think your life isn't going to be as enhanced. And whether you're going to be the Mike Jordan of relationships or you're going to be the Mike Jordan of career, this is what the energy I want you to channel. I want you to wake up and be like, worry, I'm not the Mike Jordan of the tarot card, and it's Mystic Baby, Kobe, maybe, Tracy McGrady. Awkward. But I just give you that Capricorn awkwardness so that maybe, you just have to experience it here and then it's just like wiped out of the, Capricorn will experience social awkwardness during the day. Well, here's the time where it happens, so it's off the checklist, and now you won't experience it later. I transmute it for you, don't worry, or I'm just absolutely insane. Either way, it's pretty awesome. When I was driving across country, never mind. Okay, Capricorn, let's go ahead and clarify why this is here in your advice. What's the scheme? What in the hell is your scheme? What in the hell do you mean? What in the hell is your angle? I don't know. Let's go ahead and see why I feel like I'm getting in a stance, like, to channel this properly. Why is the Seven of Swords here in your advice? Seven of Swords is clarified by the Justice card, the Death card, and the King of Wands. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times, you're dead to me, is kind of the energy that I get here. I mean, there may be something here with, Aries, aggressive, third house, communication, aggressive communication, and in the advice, sometimes you just got to put something right, Capricorn. You have the Justice card, the Death, to do with ending. That's also 8th house energy, Scorpio. You got Libra energy here. You got fire sign energy here. You got all this over here. And, well, basically what's going on, Capricorn, is something needs to be put right that is definitely sketchy. Something needs to transform, because once again, everything's up in the air. 2 of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, 8 of Wands, overall general energy. And then, hey, if you attack me, if you try to run up to me and you try to kill me, and I just, counter-strike you and murk you, I don't have karma, do I, really? Probably not. Probably not. It's like, so there's something here that, maybe you're threatened. Once again, defend yourself. The opportunity is the Seven of Wands here. Put up a boundary. Don't be a people pleaser. And once again, I feel like I'm drifting, and I feel like I got off course with the main message of this reading. But, there could be an ending with you and a Scorpio, that you have a nasty ending with a Scorpio for some of you. But I don't know, Capricorn. I feel like this reading did it for you for what you need to know. With that being said, I appreciate you, and I'll talk to you next time.